out to the side and the palms face upwards. And you have your music if you want to play at home. Just closing the eyes and letting the body take rest. Just bringing your awareness to the feeling of the breath, maybe the sound, maybe the rise and fall of the body, maybe the coolness as you inhale. Just full awareness on the breath. Breathing in what you need today, whether that's energy, vitality, strength, health. And letting go of what you don't need. And in your practice, just be like a mental house clean. We spend time cleaning and organising our homes. We also need to spend that time cleaning and organising our body and minds. Letting go of anything that's really not serving you, even things that are maybe difficult to accept that they don't serve. Taking 2 more full breaths. We are going to ease ourselves into our practice. This is our longer class. We're going to create that space. Take that time to listen to the body that's always talking to us. Coming back to who we are. Last breath. Let's draw the legs together. Link your fingers and just place your hands underneath your head. Resting the head on the hands. We're going to shift the legs over to the right side as far as you can take them. And then do the same with the head and the arms. Just walking over to that right side. If you can go a little further, maybe shifting the feet a little further, or sometimes it feels quite nice to cross the left leg over the right. Again, you decide. And let's just take the breath along that left side. Just slowing everything down. Letting go of the busyness of December, of the to-do list. And just coming to your body in this present moment. Knowing that that to-do list will be easier once you've taken this time. You function much better, much freer. Coming to that responding state, letting go of reacting. I'm going to take one more breath. Gently uncrossing the legs if you have them crossed, just shifting back to center with both the head and the legs. We've got that other side to do, so shifting the legs over to the left and then doing the same with the head and the arms as far as you can go. Again, just having that option if you want to cross the right leg over the left, if it feels comfortable enough. It does make it a little deeper. And then just breathing here. Breath is getting even longer. Elbows, shoulders relaxed. Releasing the jaw, not holding anything in the face. And then slowly uncrossing, making your way back to center. Releasing the hands underneath the head. We're going to take a bend into the legs. Push the spine into your mat, so tuck in the tailbone. And then draw the knees to you. We're going to take hold of the outside edge of the feet in Happy Baby Pose. Drawing the knees closer in towards your shoulders. Making sure the whole of the back is in contact with your mat, including the lower spine. And then maybe alternating, bringing one foot close to you, sending one leg long. Holding here. You can always hold the back of the calf muscle if it's difficult to hold on to the foot. And then alternating, drawing the other foot in, sending the other leg long. Holding, checking in. Keeping the breath long. And then drawing both feet together in butterfly pose. Lower back is into the mat. Relax the shoulders, peel the shoulders down to your mat. And then maybe sending both heels up to the ceiling, holding onto the back of the calves or even holding onto the toes. Sending the legs long. Maybe bringing up the head, if that feels doable this morning. Engaging into the core. Pushing the middle back into your mat. Dropping the head back down, drawing both knees in now, squeeze them in. And then holding onto the knees, just draw a circle here. So you're rolling into the lower back, supporting the knees as you go. Maybe your circle is small, maybe it's quite big. And reversing. Squeezing the knees back into the chest and then taking yourself over to one side to bring the body back up. We're going to come round onto hands and knees when you're ready. So just make sure your hands are underneath your shoulders and your knees are underneath your hips. We're going to send the the left leg long and the right arm long. Gaze is down to the mat. Just squeezing in the core, pushing the spine up to the ceiling. Holding here. You have that option of kicking back that left foot, taking hold into a version of dancer pose. Keeping that gaze down, the spine is long. We've got one more breath. Releasing that foot if you took hold, coming back to table. And just move the hips side to side. Just side to side over to the left and the right in your table pose. As you go to the right, maybe turning the head to the right. And then as you go to the left, maybe turning the head to the left. Just a gentle movement, feeling into the hips this morning, into the neck. And we've got one more either side. Coming back to center. Let's just walk the hands forward, drop the head down for a moment, give the arms a rest into our melting heart pose. Relax the arms, drop the head, the bottom stays high. Delving into the arms, the shoulders, the chest. Breathing all the way in. Stay in for one more breath. We're going to slowly come back into that table position. So just bring your hands back under your shoulders. We're going to extend the left arm and the right leg, keeping that gaze down, finding that balance in the body. Sometimes what can look quite easy can sometimes be the most challenging thing for us. Maybe we're staying here, maybe we're going to kick back and hold that foot, come into our version of dancer. And there's always options in every pose. And every day our body feels different, so it's important to choose what feels best. Releasing, dropping back to your table. We're going to breathe into our cat-cow, so as we inhale, the head comes up, we dip into the lower back, and then as we exhale, we send the spine to the ceiling, tucking the chin in. Working through this asana in your own time with your breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Remembering our spine moves in 7 different directions, and in our yoga practice, we take all those directions. Checking in with each vertebrae, taking a pause between your inhalation and your exhalation. And then slowly bringing yourself back to center. Let's head into downward dog when you're ready. Send the heels back, the arms long, fingers down on the mat, feeling grounded in the palms. And we're going to send the right leg long in a 3-legged dog. Send it back, squeeze that right glute. And then just touch that right foot down and send it back again. We're going to do that a few times, just squeezing into that right glute, right thigh. One more, send it back, and then roll forward and draw that knee in towards your chest, holding it in. We're going to drop that knee down, send that left leg long, shifting it back, and then come down onto the elbows, elbows underneath the shoulders. You should feel that into the hips. And then maybe here, taking a bend into the elbows and sending the thumbs into that little point into the third eye. Resting the head down here. Pressing into any pockets of tension. Releasing anything in the mind. Checking that the hips feel balanced, so if you need to shift a little to the left, if you've gone over to the right. You can stay in this version, or you can drop all the way down to your mat if you prefer, bringing the head all the way down. Keeping that breath long. We're letting go of any clutter, any tension, anything we're storing. And as you come to your mat, you really start to know what your body is storing. We've got 2 more breaths. One more. We're going to come back on to our hands when you're ready. We're shifting back to that down dog position. So just stepping back, sending the hips back, checking back in that the hands are grounding into the mat. You feel balanced. Dropping the head, not holding the neck. Releasing the jaw. And let's send that left leg back and long. Feeling all of the muscles in the left side. Tapping down that left foot and then sending it back. Again, tapping down, sending long. Let's do 2 more. One more. Really squeezing that glute, hamstring. And then rolling forward, drawing that knee into the chest. We're taking a pause. Feeling the muscles of the core. We're dropping that left knee down to our mat, shifting back with that right leg as far as we can go. We're coming onto the elbows, maybe bringing the fingers or the palms towards the head, the thumbs into that third eye point. If it feels good, again, maybe it's making you aware of tension you may be holding here. Always bring the thumbs into the temples as well, resting the head in the hands. Just using your breath, release, release. Stay 2 more breaths. You also have that option of dropping all the way down, forehead to the mat. Last breath here. We are going to be coming back onto the hands when you're ready. With that down dog position, coming back. Sending the heels back, stretching through those arms. One more breath. Let's start to walk towards our hands, coming towards the top of our mat. We're going to keep some distance in the feet. Let the body hang down, take hold of the elbows, and just take a little sway here, side to side. Just feeling heavy. Releasing the hands down towards the floor. We're slowly going to send the spine up to the ceiling, rolling our body up, taking our time, there's no rush. As we come up, we're going to start to send the palms together, lifting out of the waist. And then as you exhale, relaxing the arms down, sending the hands behind you, linking the fingers together, squeeze the palms together, breathe in, look up. As you exhale, we're hinging from the hips, rolling the body back down, head back to the mat and the hands reaching towards the ceiling. Opening into your shoulders, into the chest. Breath is long. Release those arms back down towards the mat. The body feels heavy. We take that gentle movement back up, taking our time, pushing the spine upwards all the way to the top of our mat. Let's draw the feet together now, arms alongside you in mountain, just tucking in that tailbone, so pushing the hips forward. Let's breathe in, reach up. Exhale, fold down all the way to the mat. We're going to send the gaze up, looking forwards. We're going to step back with that left leg, drop the left knee, and bring the hands on the inside edge of that right foot. Pushing onto the toes of that left leg, delving into that stretch. Maybe staying here, maybe dropping down onto the elbows or your block. Delving into the pelvis, the hips, the front of the thigh. What are you holding on to today? Sometimes it can be tension that's been there a long, long time. Be gentle with yourself. Always come out if you need to. We're going to come back onto our hands. We're going to keep our left hand on our mat and take a twist to the right knee, sending the right hand up to the ceiling. Still breathing long. Last breath. We're going to send that right hand back down either side now of that right foot. We're stepping back to our plank pose. Holding here. You always have the option of dropping the knees. We're going to come down slowly with control, bending at the elbows, sending the chin down, the chest down, the abdomen down. Relaxing the toes now on the mat and gently coming up to your cobra pose, peeling the shoulders down the back. We're going to sit back to the heels into our child's pose, dropping back, resting the head. We really want to be feeling what's going on in the body in our practice today. We are slowing down, We're still holding, strengthening, we're still moving, releasing, but we're really listening. And when we move through our days, our weeks, our months, how often do we listen to our body? We're coming back to down dog when you're ready. Sending the hips back, checking back in that you feel connected and grounded in your mat. Like you're glued to your mat. We're going to take the right leg back, send it long, and just do a gentle pulse with it here. So pulsing that right leg back, starting to engage all of the muscles. Again, acknowledging where can you feel this pose? What is it doing? Pulsing, holding, one more breath. And then start to draw that knee back into the chest. Squeeze it in, hold it here. And then send it long. We're going to step forward now, right foot, top of the mat. We've got our first warrior one. We're going to bend into that right leg, bring the arms up, grow tall, reach up. Holding here. Long breath. We're going to plant the hands just either side of that right foot. Step that left foot in a little and start to fold to the right side, right leg. You always can use your block to support your hands. We're going to bring that right hand on the inside edge of our right foot, or maybe onto our block as we open into our left side, sending the left hand up towards the ceiling. Straightening that right leg a little more. And then start to reverse. So drop your left hand down. If you want to challenge yourself further, you take it over that right foot, sending the right hand up to the ceiling, twisting through the core. Both hands back to your mat now. Just start to take the weight into that right leg, maybe sending that left leg back. Holding here. Again, feeling all the muscles on the right side of the body. Drawing that knee in towards the chest, hugging it in. And then dropping that foot alongside the right leg. Fold over both legs, maybe wrapping the arms around the legs, maybe holding the back of the ankles, the calves. Delving further into that forward bend. Releasing the hands, we've got that slow roll up, pushing the spine up to the ceiling. Feet are together, legs are together. We're going to reach up, grow tall. And then send the palms down to the heart center. So let's breathe in, reach. Exhale, lower. Send that gaze forward. This time we're stepping back with the right foot. Drop that knee. And the hands are on the inside edge of that left foot. So dropping the hands down. We're going to push into the toes of that right foot, really pushing that heel back so you feel that deep stretch. Maybe staying on the hands, maybe dropping to the elbows or the block. Holding, feeling in, checking in. We've got one more breath. We're going to be coming onto those hands. We're going to keep the right hand down and twist and open with that left arm. So we're turning towards our knee. Remember not to hold the breath. And then drop that left hand down. Let's step it to plank pose. Hold, engage the core, pushing away from your mat, keeping the back in line. And then slowly, slowly we're lowering down. We're relaxing the toes, we're rolling to our cobra. Healing the shoulders down the back. Exhaling back into our child's pose. Resting the head, breathing here. Coming to your down dog when you're ready. We're going to send that left leg long into our three-legged dog. Maybe taking that pulse here of that left side. Maybe feeling all the muscles working, strengthening. Remember, if the pulsing's not for you, you can just hold. And then we're going to roll forwards and draw that knee into the chest, pulling away from the mat. We're going to exhale, send that left leg long. And then step forward, left foot into your warrior one. Bending into that left knee, growing tall, bringing up the arms. Very good. Breath is into the belly. Hands are reaching for the ceiling. And then we're going to drop those hands just in front of that left foot. Step that right foot in a little and start to fold to the left leg. Using the block if we need. Every exhalation maybe going a little deeper, keeping that left leg straight. If it's bending, then do grab the block. We're going to bring left hand on the inside edge of that left foot and open up with the right arm, taking a twist here. Maybe looking up to the right hand. And then we're reversing. So our right hand is down on our mat, maybe all the way over on the outside edge of that left foot. Legs are straight. Bringing the hands now just in front of that left foot. We're starting to take the weight into the left leg. Our right leg is going back. We're holding here. Drawing that right foot in to meet the left. We're folding over both legs now, maybe bringing the hands around the back of the legs, delving deeper into that forward fold. Releasing the hands, sending the spine up to the ceiling all of the way. Once again, bringing the palms up together. Holding on to the left wrist, taking a stretch over to the right side. Hips stay facing forward. And then coming back to center, just holding on to that right wrist, delving the other way. Coming back to center, turning the fingers upwards, and just go side to side. Again, it can be slow, it can be a fast movement. Starting to send the hips out now as you go side to side, feeling into the side body even more. Coming back to center, releasing the arms. Grab some water if you need. I know we've worked slower today, but I think you should still be able to feel it. We are going to use our block, so have that to hand next. So we have done this once before. Turn this way. So our block is going behind our back, but we're going to be supporting it. So your hands go flat on your mat, but your two thumbs go either side of your block. So you're like this, your hands are on the mat, thumbs at either side of the block, pushing the block into your lower back. You want your lower back to be supported, so the block has that full contact with the lower back. We're resting back on the arms. We're going to lift off the feet, and we're basically going to bend back and bend forward. Bending back over the block and bending forwards. To start with, it feels quite easy. You think, oh, this is not actually doing much. But the more we do it, the more you can start to feel it into your core. Maybe you start to get a few wobbles and shakes. If you find it too much, you can always drop the feet all the way to your mat. If you want it stronger, you send the feet even longer. You send the legs even longer. So there's lots of options. But we want to fire up our core. It's what supports our back. If our core is not strong, then our lower back is not strong. We've got two more to do. Don't hold the breath. Last one. And then drop the feet down to the mat. Give yourself a hug. Well done. I'm sure you could really feel that. Let's just move the block away. Send the soles of the feet together away from your body and start to fold towards the toes, lifting out of that lower back. You can probably feel your lower back working when we've done the core pose. You also have the option of threading the hands through the legs and bringing the hands on top of the feet into tortoise pose. So do take your time. We are going to hold. Use your breath to come further. We're going to stay for 2 more breaths. Very slowly bringing yourself back up, drawing the knees back together. We're grabbing our block again, this time just in our hands, just for a little bit of support. We're going to lift off the feet and we're going to take a twist now. So we're going to send our block over to the right side, come back and over to the left. We want to work through the oblique muscles. So we've just worked our rectus abdominis and we want to now work the side body and the obliques. So just twist. Again, you have that option of taking the feet down onto your mat if you need, or making them higher. We're going to do 2 more. 1 more. And then send the legs long. Start to send your block maybe over your feet, or you can just drop it alongside you and send the body down over both legs. Use your strap if you need. Use that long breath to bring you deeper. We've got 2 more breaths. Very slowly making our way back up, reaching the arms up, releasing the legs. Let's take the legs wide. So wide on your mat. You can always have your block to your right leg if you need. So we done this the other day. We're going to turn our body towards our right leg. And if you send your right hand behind you, just onto that thigh or to the lower back, it actually twists you in the right direction. We're then going to start to reach down our leg with our left hand, maybe grabbing our toe, maybe just resting our hand on the calf. And as you use your breath, just see if you can delve further to that right side. Make sure the legs are wide. You want to feel that stretch, but also make sure the left glute is not lifting off your mat. And then maybe from here you want to unravel that right arm and send it to the toes of that right foot. So When we practice in the morning, our body is naturally tighter. So you would find if you're practicing this in the evening, it will feel a little easier. We're just taking our time. We've got 2 more breaths. One more. Bring the hands back up. We're just going to bring in that right knee. Send that right hand behind. Be careful if you've got any candles behind you like me. And then push up and reach up and back. I'm not going to push up too high because I don't want to set my hair on fire. But you know what to do. Push those hips forward. Reach that left hand back. Holding here. One more breath. And then slowly dropping back down to your mat. Send that right leg back out, legs are wide, evenly on the glutes. And we're going to be turning to that left side. So again, maybe that left hand just ravels around the back to that outer right thigh, sending you in the right direction. Toes pointing up to the ceiling. We might be reaching for our right foot or using our strap. Inhale all the way to the belly, and then as you exhale, maybe delving to that left leg. There's no judgment, it doesn't matter if you're quite high. We're listening, doing that mental and body house cleaning, shifting any tension. Maybe unraveling that left hand now, bringing it to that left foot. We've got a few more breaths. Last breath. We're coming up really slowly. Deep stretch. We want to bring in that left leg now. Bend it in. Left hand behind. And we're pushing up, sending the hips forward, reaching back with that right arm all the way back. Like you're trying to reach something behind you. Last breath. And then slowly, slowly dropping back down. We are coming onto our backs. Do have your block to hand. Lying down on the mat. Let's take a bend into the legs. We're going to grab our block, bring it between the knees, squeezing the block with the knees. Arms alongside us, shoulders relaxed on the mat, just tucking in the tailbone, sending the lower spine and the middle spine into your mat. We're going to start to push up, squeezing our block, activating the thighs and the glutes, holding in our bridge. Keep squeezing the block, feeling the inner thighs working. Make sure the chin is tucked in. Again, the breath is long. We've got 2 more breaths. I want to send that breath, that oxygen to the whole of the body. One more breath. Squeezing a little more into your block. And then as you exhale, slowly, slowly, each vertebrae comes back down to the mat. Keeping the block where it is, just squeeze the knees into the chest. And then remove your block. Give yourself a hug. Send the left leg long, squeeze in that right knee. Little foot rotation here through the ankle. Working both ways. And then send that right leg long, squeeze in that left knee. Again, that rotation. Both ways. Take another bend into the legs. Just place the right ankle on top of the left knee. Draw that left knee in your leg cradle. Squeeze it in. Relax the shoulders. You always have that option of raising up the head. Stretching into the whole of the spine. Dropping the head back down if you brought it up. Resting the left foot back down to the mat. Cross the right leg completely over the left now. Pick up the glutes, shift them over to the right side, and then start to drop your knees over to the left. Move the arms away from the body. You can turn the gaze to the right, or if it's uncomfortable, turn it to the left. Imagine you're sending the shoulders further down towards your mat. Just let the eyes close. Remember, you can always uncross the legs if it's feeling too much. Roll slowly back to center. Uncross. Back to that bridge position. A little bit of distance in the feet. That left heel is on top of the right knee. We're drawing that right knee in, squeezing it in. Pushing the lower back into the mat. Maybe bringing up the head, maybe holding here. Dropping the head back down. Right foot back to the mat, crossing that leg over the right leg, lifting off the glutes, shifting a little to the left as you drop the knees over to that right side. Turning the head wherever it wants to go. Long breath. Rolling slowly back. We are coming to Shavasana, so do make sure you're comfortable. Take any support that you need. If you're feeling cold, just grab that layer, that blanket. And if you want to, you can always rest back on your bolster or your pillow. As long as the body is fully supported. Letting the eyes close. Just finding that place of stillness. Checking back in with the body, how it feels. Does it feel a little clearer, a little freer? Just resting in this space. And when you feel ready, just starting to slowly move the body again. Maybe the fingers and the toes. Maybe taking a stretch. Whatever the body needs. Slowly making your way back to seated. Or maybe if you have your oil to hand, just grabbing a drop of it now, bringing it into the palm of the hand, breathing that aroma in. Maybe just applying it to anywhere that it's needed. Just giving yourself a little bit of a massage. Or maybe just finding that pressure point for energy in the middle of the hand. And then rubbing the hands together briskly, creating heat in the hands. Giving yourself a hug and a squeeze. And bringing the hands to the heart center. Bowing to Namaste. Namaste, everyone.